welcome Melanie C. Welcome. Thanks for being here this morning.
Good morning.
Pretty big task here, trying to find the next global superstar. Now, how did you end up being a judge on that show?
I was just approached to see if I'd be interested, and it's a big, successful show at home in the UK. And I just thought to do it here in Asia, and it's the first time they've done it across a continent. And I know this part of the world, travelling here with the Spice Girls and as a solo artist, this place has so much to offer, and there's so much talent. It was no-brainer. I jumped at the chance.
But regionally, you know, with such diverse cultures all coming to wanting to be the next big star, is it challenging?
It's very challenging, and it's almost like, how do you decide? I don't think you can pick the best, because there's so many different ways in which to be entertained, whether you're amazed or it's emotional or you're laughing. You know, it's just really fun, and it's so important to see how the audience responds. And that's what's so great about these shows, is at the end of the day, it's down to the public. So really, Asia will pick their own champion.
I've seen the American version with your friend, Mel B, and it was funny because they have some really dubious acts sometimes. What are some of the weird ones you've seen so far?
Oh, goodness me. Well, we've had such a range of so many different acts, and we've had great singers, great musicians, great dancers, but there's quite a few comedy acts. Some of them are really funny in a good way. Some of them are funny when they maybe shouldn't be, you know, but there's been fruit and body parts and fire and it's all gone on.
It makes TV more entertaining,
It's great TV, and it's a family show. Another thing which I love about this, my little girl can sit down and watch, you know, it's really good variety for the whole family.
Now, I know you can't give anything away, but I hear a Filipino singer may be a favorite.
Ooh, all right.
Oh.
Okay, well, keep that under wraps for now. But, okay, what kind of a judge are you, though? Are you, like, very critical, like Simon Cowell, or are you more nurturing?
Are you the nice one?
Well, you know, it's funny because we've got such a great judging panel. We have David Foster, who's probably the meanest. We have Angun, who's incredible. Van Ness is brilliant as well. And I think we kind of all take it in turns. You know, we have acts that we really fight for. So, you know, we'll fight our corner. And then, again, you know, sometimes if you're just not feeling something, if it's not your taste, and I think we're all very fair, very honest, but I don't think we're unnecessarily mean.
What's your style, though? When you see someone, do you encourage them to improve, or do you criticize them and, you know, they might take it wrong? Like,
you know, it's really difficult. I think being
especially
a performer,
culture-wise, it's different.
You have to be very sensitive, and also being a performer, you understand how vulnerable you can be on the stage, so you don't want to just take somebody's confidence away. But if somebody's really barking up the wrong tree and aren't very good, you know, and are never going to get very good, you don't want to mislead them into thinking they are, you know, so it's a bit of a balancing act of trying to get it right.
Well, speaking of which, when you see all these young people, or maybe they're older as well, does it take you back to when you first started 20 years when you were first part of the Spice Girls?
We have this wonderful group, young girls. I think their average age is about 11, and they're dancers. And it's what I did when I was that age, and you know, there's so many memories come flooding back.
I was going to say, so, you know, you actually had talked about how tough it was being a pop star. You know, you had some battles with some personal demons that you talked about before. What advice would you give to the eventual winner? Because being a pop star is really hard.
Absolutely. Well, you know, I just think growing up is hard, you know, and if it's in the spotlight, it becomes even harder, you know, it's magnified. So I think you have to stay close to the people you know and love. You know, family is so important, and your close friends, and pursue your dream and work hard, and, you know, you never know what you can achieve.
All right, we're looking at a Spice Girls video right here. Do people still identify with you as a Spice Girl, Sporty Spice?
Absolutely, and I'm really grateful for that, you know, so proud of everything we achieved. And even though us girls, we don't work together as a group, we always say we'll always be Spice Girls, you know, we're not
But now you're Spice Mums.
Spice Mums.
I love how everyone is a mother. Is there going to be a Spice Kids group? Like, I'm sure everyone has asked that.
The next generation.
Yes, the next generation.
Well, there's so many of them. It would be a big old group, wouldn't it? Of course, you know, the children have so many different things that they love to do, and they're all great kids, actually. We're so lucky. We're very proud of our children.
That's good.
But no pressure at all to push them in that direction.
No way.
Would you?
Would you?
I mean, if they start displaying interest in performing, singing, would you encourage them?
Well, you know, I would just encourage my little girl to do whatever she wants to do, you know, what makes her happy. So, yeah, she can do whatever. She's incredible. She could do anything.
Well, also we talked about it earlier, the musical theater success you had, some of the roles that you played. One of them, you got nominated for Best Actress in Blood Brothers on West End.
Yeah.
And this one I found interesting, Mary Magdalene in Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah.
Did you ever think of leaving music and doing theater?
Well, the funny thing is, I kind of started in theatre. When I was a kid, I went to Performing Arts College and I studied the art of working in musical theatre. And it was almost like I'd come full circle, you know, after my time with the Spice Girls and being a solo artist. This new door opened up to me and it was a great opportunity. And I've loved it. You know, theatre's such a wonderful thing to have the chance to do. So I do enjoy that and I'd love to do some more. But right now, I'm loving being a judge on Asia's Got Talent. And I'm looking forward to making some new music as well.
Okay, apart from your entertainment career, of course, you're also involved in causes like drinking water for poor communities in Africa.
Yeah.
How has that been? Any plans of expanding that to this part of the world?
You know, there are so many wonderful charities out there, and when you're in the public eye, you're approached on a daily basis, you know, so I think the hardest thing is to say no to something. But the work I've done in Africa, I've only been a couple of times, but it's, you know, it's so incredible. There are so many parts of the world that need our help, and the Clean Water Programme was something which was incredible to see. It was these little tiny sachets which make the water safe, and children and older people, you know, the more vulnerable people in the community could get ill and could die from the, you know, the sanitation. So something like that is a great thing to really get out there and promote and raise more awareness for.
Yeah, and definitely use your star for good as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, you know, it's one of the pros, you know. There's so many sides to being a celebrity. Most of them are wonderful, but if you can give a little bit back, you know, that's good.
Yeah. Well, on that
good
note,
advice,
yeah,
yes.
Thank you so much for being on the show,
you.
Melanie C.
Pleasure.
You can catch more of her on Asia's Got Talent.